Okay, so we're live. So, hello, YouTube. Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria. This is my immersion. Today, we're talking about ending cycles. So, first thing at all, we're gonna introduce ourselves to the group, and then we're gonna begin to the conversation. Okay? Um, my name is Victoria. As I said before, I'm living in Florianópolis, but I'm from Goiânia, Goiás. I've been here on Talk and Talk for over 2 years now. And one of my favorite things so far is been playing chess on my free time. I also love biking, rollerblading, and I recently began to play beach tennis with some friends, which I'm enjoying a lot, and it's been very, very good. So, Thiago, what about you?
Hello, guys. I'm based in Porto Alegre, São Paulo. I stay here to learn a lot, to talk a lot that we can do. Um, I have two children and wife, pets. Well, my goal is speak fast with confidence.
Very, very nice. It's the best place for you here to improve the confidence and have a great conversations and just passing the message without worrying about pronunciation, the meaning of the words. Now, here, the main point is to understand each other and have fun, most of all. Thanks for being here. What about you, Camila?
Hi guys, my name is Camila. I'm from Aracaju and I live in here. I am a design, so I love things very visual. For example, I love watching movie series, these things. I like in my free time to drawing things. So the last drawing I did was Substance. I don't know we something here watch this movie, but I very am focused in this movie because it's amazing, very creepy movie because I love creepy movie. And my favorite sport is swimming. So I started swimming since I had 24 years. So I learned when I adult time. So it's something I love to do that, and it's good for focus on one thing because in my career it's in my whole life it's difficult to focus on things. So swimming, it's possible to do this. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, I love swimming as well, and actually, it's great for practicing your focus because it's only you and the water, and you have to focus on that. It's very nice to clear the mind, right? Very
Yes, I
nice.
love it.
So, Isabel's also a designer, right, Isabel?
Yes, I am a graphic designer too, Camila, and I live in Florianópolis too, as Vicky. I born here as well, and I'm in Talk and Talk since the beginning of the last year, just in studying English by now. In
By
my free
now.
time, by now, yes, actually, maybe in the next year I will try a new language, but I don't know. It's a difficult choice. But it's a goal actually. And in my free time, I like read books and watch movies too.
Very, very nice. So, have you also watched Substance as well as Camila?
No, this movie actually I never watched. The last movie that I watched in Portuguese called Adoráveis Mulheres or Mulheres Adoráveis. It's based on a book. It's an old book actually, and I watched the first movie that they made because there is a new movie based on this book I believe they published in the last year actually, but I watched the first movie based on this book.
Yeah, I haven't watched that, but it seems very interesting. I do want to watch Substance because I've heard good things about it. Thank you. So, Anna, now I can remember you. I can see you now.
Yes.
How's everything going? How are you? Please introduce yourself for the guys.
Okay, so hello guys. Now I'm with the webcam. I am Ana Clara. I'm almost 26. I am from Araruama. It's a city in Rio de Janeiro, and I live here as well. I'm a civil engineer, and I work in the technology area, yeah, as a customer success manager. On my free time, I also like swimming as Camila, and playing sports in underwater. Yes, it's always good to be here to practice, know different people. We connect with each other in some ways, like Vicky is from Florianópolis, and the company that I work is from there. I love going there to Florianópolis. Isabel as well. So that's it.
Okay, thank you, Anna. And last but not least, Brenner.
Hello, guys. Good evening. I'm Brenna. As you can see, I'm from Rio, the capital. I am 27. I work as a software developer. Just like every man in Brazil, my favorite sport is football. I am retired now because of an injury, so I don't play anymore. I don't have children or pets, just plants. And I'm here on Talking Talk since June this year. That's it.
Very nice. So what happened, Brenner?
My knee,
Was your knee, your ankle,
yeah,
knee?
torn ligament.
That's tough. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, Brenner. So, Anna, I sent the questions again because you left and entered. So, guys, I'm gonna split us in two breakout rooms so we can have time to talk better. Here in the main room, it's gonna be me, Camila, and Thiago, since the Brenner, Isabel, and Dana already know the drills and have been here before. I'm splitting the rooms. And just a few reminders before I split the rooms for the new guys is that this is a immersion. This is not a class. I'm not a teacher, but we're going to learn it anyway. We're not going to correct nobody because there's no such thing as perfect English. We're here to understand each other, to chat, to have a good time. But if you have any doubt about a word, a pronunciation, you can ask. It's okay. But the main point here is that we do not correct each other, okay? And also, just remember that in the breakout room, guys, you don't have to follow the specific order of the questions. You can choose any question on the list. This is just a guide for us to have a nice conversation. It's not mandatory to follow each one of them, okay? Do you have any questions? No? Okay, so see you in the end of the immersion, guys. I just sent you the invite and have a great time. Bye bye. Okay, guys. Thiago and Camila, let's begin with question number 1. Let's go, Thiago. How do you usually feel at the end of a significant phase in your life? It can be a relationship, a job, or moving to another city, or finishing graduation, something like that.
A year ago, I decided to move of my city, of my near of my parents, and to move to another city. Um, that's for me, the decision um, was difficult for me because I don't have what will happen in this place. But in the final of in the end of this decision is was good for me. Um, Many people have kind of think about when we have a um, end part that you have a good moments in your life, but I think that this step or this is necessary to grow up more.
Yeah. So where were you living and where did you go to?
I lived in today I live I live in Orlando, but when I talk about my decision to change the city, I lived in Itaquaquecetuba, São Paulo, and I lived to I don't know interior, but I I moved to Engenheiro Coelho, uh,
All in
a
São
small
Paulo?
city, all São Paulo, but a small city that I think that um, 10,000 people that then in Itaquaquecetuba 400,000 people in the city. It's a, a, a great change because that my job area is IT and this city don't have an opportunity to work in this area. It's a motivation that I had a difficult to change, but in the final, I work I work the mode remote since 20, 2015, and today working remotely is normal.
Yeah, yeah. So it's been almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It seems like 2015 was just a few years ago, maybe 3, 4 years ago, but it's very scary to see and to think that it's almost 10 years. It all went by so fast. I don't know for you, but I have that feeling. So Camila, what about you? How do you usually feel at ending cycles?
Um, it's two feels inside me. It's the first one. It's I really excited for change, so I like change. But sometimes I have huge fears about changes. So I stay in the same job over 7 years in my life. So it was a on-site job, and the last year, I changed that. I changed my career and start the remotely style. So, like Thiago said, it's another life. So I have a time to go to the supermarket, go to the gym. So it's another life. So I love the remotely way. So my life changed a lot. But in this starting this new job, it was so difficult because I stay in the same job all time. Oh, many times, long time. So when I changed this, was so different the way I talk with my leader. So more easy to talk. So my change, my life changed a lot in this new career. So I guess it was the most important. So I sometimes I work a lot because I have fears about, oh, if I lost this job, I don't know what I do. So now it's okay, I stay in the same job, but this fear was very difficult in the first month, but now it's okay. So I guess these exciting fears about change a job, it's very common. And the second one was I changed my college style for university. The change of this, because the university totally different of college, and I guess that's it. But in the university, I don't have fears in this time because I don't have anything to lose to with this change. But it's now I have a little bit fears about that, but it's okay now. That's it.
So are you happy with the of transitioning your career? Did you like where you did you enjoy the process, and do you like where you are right now?
Yes, because it's a good team, so I have more time to think about my process, innovation things because I work with technology too. I am digital design, UX, UI design. It's the same thing, but it's a good place for work. And I know the job it's awful because I have 2 years to go and left this on-site company. So it's another time. I guess I feel like I win time, gain time. So I feel like that after I change for remotely.
What did you do in before transition?
I was a video editor
Mhm.
and I worked with this about 10 years, but seven in the same company. So that's it. But today I still editing sometimes, but it's my focus in design because I love that. But sometimes I still a video editor.
Yeah, that's it. It's a different area, but sometimes they walk together. And for some companies, I can say that it's hard for them to understand that there are two different professionals that does this kind of job, and sometimes we end up doing both of them. It
Yes.
happens. Thanks for sharing. So, guys, as for me, I'm a little bit similar to you, Camila. I like changes. I'm usually excited about changes. And I moved from Goiânia to Floripa 2 years ago. And I was very, very excited to make that move. I was very happy that I was finally able to do something that I planned for so long. But I can't deny that it's obviously I felt butterflies in my stomach because I was facing something completely new, and I was going to a place away from my family, away from my friends, and I was searching for that. But at the same time, I think it's normal to feel a little lost, a little anxious about the process because everything is so unpredictable. So we have to start everything and take the risks and handle all the consequences all by yourself. And sometimes it's easy when you begin a new phase. In my case, especially in moving to a new city, I had some lonely moments where I felt that I was away from all the people that I loved. But it was a moment where I had to rediscover myself, and I had to make new friends, to meet new places, and to build my life all over again. And it was a very, very uh, important and very nice process for me because I felt that I grew up a lot. And I think in some ways it doesn't have to be moving to another city specifically, but making big moves in your life is important for you to understand more about yourself, and it's to have a clear view about what you want to do with your life. Are you happy with where you are right now, and you want to stay like that? If so, that's okay, that's great. But if you're not, you have to understand why and make the move to go towards what makes you happy, what makes you feel glad. So that's it for me. Let's see, number six, Camila. What's something positive you learned from a painful ending? Can be any type of ending.
Okay. I guess in my last end of one relationship, I guess the most I understand it's necessary therapy. So I start the therapy in this time. It's about 2019. So last time, years ago. And because that I realize and understand myself, because I guess it's about maturity too, I guess.
Yeah.
But I guess I take some storage. I don't know this is correct for carga. It's correct.
You can be like baggage.
Okay, baggage in another people about my feelings. So it's a mistake, a huge mistake. And after the therapy, I understand myself, and I guess I still work on that, and I understand after that. But it's so necessary this point of this happening for I discovering in myself the necessity of a necessity for a search about therapies. So after that, I start my learn about design, and I still work for that, but I still work and work with this. So I guess it was important, this painful in this case. I guess to feel some very important to change painful and hunger, because when I have hunger, the things happening. So when I start to apply for a new job, I have so hunger because I need to move my reality. And after that, 2 months after my hunger start, I did this. I did this in the past, right? But I guess that's it. It's no a good feeling for most part of people, but I guess it's important for huge changes.
Exactly. It's important for huge changes. That's it. So you've been in therapy for 5 years now, since 2019?
So something 2020, it's happening. The therapy say I have done, I don't know to say that, but I out.
Ah, okay, okay.
So yes. So I did, and now I start again 6 months ago, but it's a point of very specific, and I stop again. And I guess last year I back again. I don't know.
It happens, it's a process, but it's very common to see that most of the people, me included, it's common for people in general only to search for therapy help when something very hard and difficult happen in our lives, so we can search for professional help in that area. We usually uh, search for it when we are already facing a difficult moment. And it's very important for us to give clarity about our mind, about our lives. Obviously, it doesn't give us the answer, but gives us the tools for us to find the answers, because also there's no right or wrong answer. But the main point here is for you to have clarity about the motivations that you're saying something or not saying, doing something or not. So that's the main point here about decisions, not only relationships. Usually we begin for that motivation, but not only romantic relationships, but mostly how you deal with your coworkers, how you deal with your family, how you deal, most important of all, with yourself and your own mistakes, what you do. So that's a very important process for everyone to rediscover things that we didn't even knew about it. That's very nice. So, Thiago, what about you? Something positive that you learned from a painful ending?
Um, I think that in that way, I'm a introspective person, and when I I had something about it, um, I introducing myself, I think with me, and that way I decided that if it if um, this don't happen with this person or another thing, I think that in the future I will get the better person or the better thing that I looking for. And when I changed the city, um, and I had that experience about uh, the change and how how the things synchronize my life. Uh, I think that was good for me because it exploded my mind to it don't a cycle that you live is 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 big. I, I forget the word. Small that we have in the world. Uh, I it for me was very good and explode my mind to do anything and they expect more than I receive today.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we all live and we are all inside our own bubbles. You can speak about a bubble of friendships in your city or in your neighborhood where you grew up, or even at work. So sometimes it's good to go outside for a little to see what's happening in the world. And that's what I said before. If you go and you see, oh, I want to come back, or oh, I'm happy with the way things are, that's okay, that's enough. But it's nice to go, because for some people it's not okay, but we don't even see because we stay inside a place. We are even uncomfortable in a place, but sometimes we don't know how to get out of a situation, how to break a cycle. And uh, when I say cycle, it can be anything. It can be a job that's making you feel awful. It can be a job that's uh, breaking up, getting yourself crazy because you work a lot, you have so many responsibilities, you don't get paid enough, you don't get recognized about what you do, or maybe a romantic relationship where you're not happy anymore, or even somewhere inside a group of friends or family. It can be, it's very hard to see. It's very hard to break a cycle when someone close in your family is not being the best person with you. So you have to break that situation to just to live and to for each one of you go to a different path. And maybe it's better to both of them make your life separately, and then you have a good relationship separately away from each other, not so close. It can happen a lot, so it's very, very tough. Number 14, Thiago. I like this question. Do you believe every ending brings a new beginning, and why? Does it necessarily ending something will bring a fresh new beginning for you?
Well, today, that I said, I had this thought about if you don't if I I don't I not get anything or that my goal or that my aim in this moment, I think that is because I will get more in the future. Um, I think that's I believe in the end brings a new beginning. I believe that it is important to trust in this. I like.
Yeah, it's very important. I believe, at least, I believe it's very important to trust this, at least, because ending cycles, as good as they were, like the end of graduation, for example, it was a great 4, 5, 6 years during graduation with all the difficulties, but it was a great moment. But it's important to believe that it's gonna bring us new beginnings. It's beginning a new phase in our life because now we have um, I forgot the name, but the diploma that we are allowed to work in a specific professional situation there and change our lives for the direction that we want to. So many people they take a college graduation which was their dreams. For example, people who study medicine, most of them they dream to be a doctor or they dream to be a lawyer, and some people have that dreams about the professional life, but some other people don't, and that's okay. We all have to work, it's life. But for some people, it's like being a part of who they are, their professional. So that's it. It's a whole new, different beginning at after and end of a cycle. Camila, what are your thoughts about this?
Oh, sorry, I forgot the question. 40?
Number, yeah, number
14.
14.
Yeah, sorry.
That's
I'm very
okay.
slowly after 6 p.m. Do you believe every ending brings a new beginning? Why? I believe depend of the ending. In my case, I finished the the university and it's the on-site in this time, no online. So now I don't move, I don't back for this style of studies because it's so boring to go to the university. So for this example, I believe it's no a beginning, it's a end for all. for all my life, I believe.
So
But it's
you prefer the online graduation?
yes, yes. Because I guess it's my easy to learn this way, but I guess it was important for my communication because I was a teenager, very shy, and because the university, I have necessities about to a presentation, works, yes, homeworks in the class. So, and I did the cinema, so it is necessary to scripted movies and directed actors. So I did this in my university, but I never work with this in my real life. But I did in the university. So because that I guess I take this skill, it's very important, the communication in my life now. But I guess in, in the future, I don't like to this idea. But I guess about project, when I finish a project, in the more common, I start another in the sequence. So it's very common this, but now I start a project last year and I will finish it this month. But I don't think I still in another new project after that. I talk about personal project, no about job, because in job, yeah, all I have project. But I guess in this case, it's a continuous way to do this, because project you have in all your time or all your life. But I guess that it depends of the context of beginnings and endings.
That's very nice. I love sharing the perspectives here because in my experience, I also studied at a traditional college, a traditional, yeah, college. And I also did an online graduation. And for me, I prefer 100% the traditional one where you have to go to the classes, even though my college was so very, very far from my house at the time. But I felt that in the online graduation, I could take much less that I got in the traditional college because in my specific case, the online graduation, I learned everything and I did all the stuff. I learned a lot, but I felt that I learned just the technical part, just the technical part about the classes and the things and the rules, everything about that. When I went to the traditional college, I learned so much about so much other stuff that were very, very important that wouldn't come if I wasn't there in the traditional classes. Just like you said, for example, Camila, you go in there. I was also very I'm not shy anymore. I used to be, but I'm an introvert. So it's hard for me to start conversations, to go out and to hang out with people who I don't know. It's hard for me. I do that, but it takes a lot of effort for me to put on and to do that. So that situation, it demanded of me to do that. And by doing that, I got in touch with so many uh, people that I wouldn't talk, that I wouldn't be there discussing ideas with teachers, with other students, not only from my area. That's the nice part because where I took the classes, it was a building that there were many other courses that they were taking classes. So I had the opportunity to talk with people who studied in other areas, other fields different from mine. So it was very nice to gather and to make connection, not only connection that we speak nowadays. Oh, we have to make our network, something like that. Not only for job, it's for life, for us to have a nice conversation, to break the chains in our mind and learn new things and see the world in other people's perspective. That's very important. You don't have to agree. You don't have to listen and, oh, okay, now you changed my mind. No, you just have to. It's important to understand that for you, something's very clear. Like you can say, for example, today I can say it's very, very, very hot because I live here in Florianopolis and 24 degrees, it's very, very hot, for example. But my parents who live in Goiás, I was there last month, it was making 37 degrees. That is hot. You understand? So it's not one thing is right and the other thing is wrong. It's nice for us to have other references about the world. I gave you a silly example about the temperature, the weather, but that applies for everything in life. It depends a lot our point of view about our perspective and about our story, how we grew up and what our family taught us. So that's very nice to be surrounded by people who have so many different backgrounds for you to expand your perspective of the world. So summarizing up, that's why I preferred the traditional one, but I don't know if I will do that again today because I don't know. We have to work. We don't have so much time to spend, at least for me, 4 or 5 years in a college going every day. Things are very different. You have to have the opportunity, the time, the financial situation to keep you attached to a commitment like that for so many years. Um, let's see, one last question, guys. Number 2, let's talk about relationships, Thiago. Have you ever felt relief or happiness at the end of a relationship? Usually, end of relationships, they are tough. They can make us feel sad and so many different feelings, but have you ever felt relief?
No, we won't have many end of the relationship. When this happens, that depends about many kinds of situations, but
It can
sometimes
be a friendship
no
relationship,
no
not
no
only
no
romantic.
no if you maybe if for me when I have a similar situation, um, in the exact moment you feeling bad, you feeling worst maybe, but when the time of this happen, um, grow up, um, you can be you can meditate about this situation. We have this real life or has because that's happened, and I think that I have this situation, this real life or happiness. Um, today I think it's natural. Uh, feel angry about it, but with the time, this 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 feel change to a relief, and
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. It's actually with the time that we can mature our feelings and clear the views about what was really going on. Because when you're breaking a cycle, ending a situation or a relationship, it's like you said, you feel the worst. You feel confused, you feel sad, you feel angry, you feel a lot of things. And after everything calms down, and time goes by, you can think clearly. It's you can be understand more and actually feel relief about getting out of a situation that maybe was making you feel bad, and you then didn't even notice, you didn't even know, or you knew and you couldn't get out of it, because it's not black or white. It's people. We're not numbers zero or one. It's relationships. Every relationship, for good or for bad, there's the good part and the bad. It's not easy to see what's one, what's other. It's a balance, and sometimes it's more bad, sometimes it's more good, and you have to understand and to really make the difference which one is waiting more for you to stay or to go, right? So Camila, what about you?
Yes, I did this in the past with a friend relationship, because one friend, it was very toxic people, so he have a bad routine to talk about gossip about another people, about appearance, these things. So when I talk with him, it was difficult to me understand the way this guy think, my ex-friend. So, and sometimes I very sad after talking with him. So I feel very dark energy. I don't know how to say that, but it's dark energy. I guess it's correct. But when I talk with him, with someone, and then you feel very tired after talk with these people.
Yeah.
So I feel like that in the past. So I talk with him and I say, so guy, I don't like talk to you. So I focus in my college, in my university, because in this time I study for take the test for university. So now it's a name, but it's in the past it was a test. I don't know, I don't remember the name. So it's a specific for the university. It's one university have a test and another. So because that I take I very honest with him, and I say, guy, I need to focus in my university, and I did and pass and start my university. But I guess it was a little bit maturity about me in this past, because was so great point, because it's so a good person. So I guess that's it.
Sometimes I guess it can be harder to end a friendship than a romantic relationship, because I don't know, a romantic relationship, you all really know where most of the boundaries are, where we are together and then we're not. But a friendship, it involves the friendship cycle as well, because sometimes you try to end a friendship with one person, and maybe when you gather with your other friends, this other person is always there, and the situation goes a little dark, bad, and it's not so easy to deal. Hello guys, welcome back. Isabel, how was the conversation with the guys?
It was very nice. The questions made us to talk very deeply in some topics, I believe. And I really liked the conversation with the guys, with Brennan and Ana Clara. It was a pleasure.
Very, very nice. So, Anna, how is it for you when you're facing a end of a cycle?
Yes, I was saying to Brandon and Isabel that I think in the before and after I feel a little bit anxious and confused, but this time that I need to decide or the time that I need to close the cycle or ending, I feel relief because we will open other opportunities or open other spaces on my life. So that time to what I will do or it's okay, it's the right decision. I feel a little bit anxious, but the time that I make the decision or I need to choose something, I feel really relief to end the something on my life.
Yeah, sometimes, most of the times, I guess the ending of a cycle walks together with a beginning of a new cycle. So it gives a little uh, butterflies in the stomach, not knowing what comes next, not knowing what you're facing. It can be very nice, but also we can't help feeling a little bit anxious about it. Tiago, how was the conversation for you? Did you enjoy the topic, the immersion? Share with us a little bit, please.
I like so much. It's great to talk with you guys. And I think this theme was important to discuss. And I learned a lot.
Thank you. Thank you a lot. Camila, what about you? How was the experience for you?
I guess it was very reflection.
Yeah,
Do me think about the past and how it affect my feeling this time. So I guess what's a good immersion today.
very nice. So, Brenner, how was sharing your experience, your point of view with the girls?
It was a little bit hard. I got uh, a little emotional in the other room.
Is it hard
But
to tear your heart apart in front of other people?
yeah, that was I was talking about a bad experience. So yeah, and but the conversation was very good. The girls were amazing, and the subject, the topic was very good to talk about.
Very nice, very nice. Well, guys, I'm so happy to hear that you enjoyed. I had a lot of fun here with Thiago and Camila. Guys, I really hope to see you again, Thiago and Camila, because Brenner, Anna, and Isabel, they're always here every now and then that you can. I'm very glad to have you here, guys. And I just sent you the survey. Just remember, guys, the survey is an anonymous survey where you can write suggestions for topics that you want me to bring. You want to talk about this or you want to talk about that, just write me and I make the questions, everything for you. And also, you have a compliment, something you like, something you didn't like. Oh, I didn't like this. Think it should change. I won't know, nobody know who wrote, but you can leave suggestion. It's always nice for me to make here a better place for us all to have a nice conversation and to have fun, okay? So thanks all of you for being here tonight. Have a great holiday, a great weekend. I hope you can rest a lot and enjoy. Bye bye, guys.